Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, Davis Wade Stadium, where they've got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. 48 Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bears will kick it off to get us underway. The returner will field it and bring it back. He gets a block. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Here comes the offense on first down. Handoff from the gun. He's got room. Can anyone catch it? Inside the 10. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldog. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Snagged on the outside is Abraham. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12, and plenty of bragging rights on the line with their schools meet.
When you think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10.
And it's picked off. Taking it the other way. At the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this way.
And now on second down for this offense. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first protection.
And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a first.
He wants to throw. He makes the connection. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Oh, what a move! And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. They're trying to get to it. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 6th play of the drive coming up. Give to the running back. They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Baylor! And they made it to the house with a try. Splits those uprights right in half. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Toledo put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Rockets had zero issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
They'll line up for a second down play. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
And that last run leaves him with a third down. Will they keep it on the ground? From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. After 45 on his way. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
A big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. He's got him this time. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break.
Get set, get set.
From the gun, wants to pass. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They're not into 3s. They want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. The completion well past the sticks. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldog.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Abraham. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, this tight end, he's got size, and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's back-to-back games this guy's notched a sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
It'll go out of bounds. Depends on where they spot it, but looks as if it'll be around the 45. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah.
He uncorks one deep. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to lead more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, running back on the move. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Looking to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the...
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half, and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So, good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He's going to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Second down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He's taking the shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield, like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He wants to throw. Keeps the play going. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. Mississippi State going up-tempo. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He wants to take the top off. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Great play by the defensive back, showing you his variety of skills. His ability to turn the hips, his speed running downfield, turning his head to locate the football and then swatting it away. You just can't do it better.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Comes out throwing on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Yeah, and just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown. Got it.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
On the double.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Running behind that left side. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You see, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Ripping through the defense. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Bears have their offense in high gear. A jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Burns. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Getting some heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Past the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Trying to find his man on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on your radar. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you're going to love being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth day if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You get a
Trying to beat the DT. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field to score. There's no end in sight for Houston.
And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. And bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
Got 5 wide out spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his tight end. Lowers those pads. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Quick release on the RPO. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
2nd down coming up.
Here we go.
Off play action. Dances away. He'll let it go down the right side. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism.
Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
These wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing it down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarm did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Touchdown, Bulldog! And the route is on.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Just about set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First down to start the drive after the break. Trying to start the drive with a pass. It's complete to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Crosses to 40. All kinds of running room. The 30. The 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Baylor!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Quarterback moving. He'll fire to his right. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks, and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball, and you could tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Hand off from the shotgun. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
To the air on 1st down. Snags it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bears! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though. You can keep yourself out of those situations.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets them get on the edge, really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team has shown early this season was real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Fires to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, they're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So the best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got a man in the middle. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. The aerial assault continues. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Motion from the offense. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Beat up them pass rushers, bringing them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. If we get the interception, this one's almost over.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's the handoff. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State! And the pummeling has started.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, he missed it. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty.
Gonna take a shot. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.